let's go into the checkup here, Ricky Flex, because there's a couple things I want to get to before the major headlines. Something that's always talked about is the Nice Guys sequel, right? So the Nice Guys starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, directed by Shane Black. People are always clamoring for a sequel. When you look at movie Twitter, if it's in your algorithm, you'll always see we want to see the Nice Guys too. Well, Ryan Gosling is on a press tour for The Fall Guy, and he doesn't think this sequel will ever happen, much to the dismay of movie audiences. In movie Twitter, he said, quote, so much of a sequel, I think, is decided by the opening weekend of a movie. Angry Birds just destroyed us. Angry Birds got a sequel, end quote. It's that last sentence for me, that line delivery. Angry Birds got a sequel. Like, just like speaking of Batman, like the Ben Affleck meme, right? Just like after Batman versus Superman, just staring into abyss, thinking about how could this happen, right? How did it get like this? How are we losing to Angry Birds? When you put it in that context, you're like, no shit, we didn't get a sequel. We got beat out by a movie that hit like 1% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is freaking sad to say. But this is what happens with cult classics, Ricky Flex. The Nice Guys, I think, has entered cult classic. You know, it's been that popular post theatrical run years after its release that I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to have the pessimistic attitude that our friend Mr. Gosling has.
Angry Birds just made a bad enemy from movie Twitter. Movie Twitter is going to shit on Angry Birds for the rest of the time until a sequel happens. And after the Deadpool Wolverine trailer this week, we see Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds actually together. The Ryan Reynolds was an 8-year run press tour actually worked. Hey, I'm not going to count out Nice Guys 2 after seeing the inevitable happen on screen this summer. I'm not counting it out. I think Ryan Gosling's wrong in saying, oh, it happens about opening weekend. I disagree. I think legacy sequels are a thing. And I think, especially with the Goss God on a run that he's had, I think he can make anything happen. I really think he can. And I'll tell you one other thing. Russell Crowe, Mr. Exorcism himself, he just came out with a trailer yesterday or today after the Pope's Exorcist. He needs to get out of that franchise and figure out how to get back to Nice Guys too. And Russell Crowe can still throw around some weight when he wants to. Multiple-time Oscar winner. So, yeah, I'm thinking we still have a chance, Doctor.
Okay, yeah, he's not throwing around literal weight because he wouldn't be looking like the shape he's in right now if he was throwing around literal weight.
Disregard that last comment.
Ryan Gosling can do whatever he wants, right? If he wants it to happen, if he can make The Fall Guy like the hit of the summer and like a $500+ million grossing movie, he can make The Nice Guys 2 happen just because it shows that his name's on something, it's gonna make money. Right at that time, I don't know if The Nice Guys was promoted that well. It's a 70s setting. Russell Crowe is not Russell Crowe that he was. Russell Crowe, I mean, there's rumors online that there's screenings of Gladiator 2 that have come out. People are saying that it's pretty good. People are saying that it has Oscar-worthy buzz to it.
Dune 2 has a competitor. That's what I'm hearing.
People are talking about Paul Mescal, Connie Nielsen, and Denzel as a trio of actors that can rival the Butlers, Chalamet, Zendaya of a Dune 2. I think Russell Crowe is kind of depressed right now. Like, he's got this Exorcism trailer. He did the Pope's Exorcist. He's doing 2 Exorcist movies that seemingly aren't attached to one another whatsoever. He's had a rough go. I feel like The Nice Guys gets him back in a sweet spot. I'm rooting for that to happen, not just because we love the Goss God, but because we need to be reminded that Russell Crowe is a freaking legend, bro. Right? And we've seen all these actors withstand the decades, right, of stardom, and it seems like Russell Crowe's just fall off. Let's get him back on the horse. Nice Guys 2, put it on the board. Angry Birds. All right.